Guys, welcome back to my YouTube. So it's been long since I posted anything, but let me just walk you down through what I've been doing lately. And so for this week, this is like the third week of February, and this same week I caught this nice sale. Let me just walk you guys to it. So you can see this is the sale I got right here. You can see we're having the break on the daily time frame. So this is a very strong bearish trend, as you can clearly see. It's been trending. Yeah, so just for me right there, just that just gives me a chance for me to join the trend. And you can see if I put on the 4 hour time frame as well, you can see the market is making higher lows and higher lower highs and lower highs and lower lows. So what happened was market was here, and then the market opened. The 4 hour was still bullish though, but the weekly and the day was bearish. So I entered this trade, and this was a B setup trade, which I accepted my risk. And I told myself, whatever happens is fine. If I get stopped out, it's okay. If I don't, then I might just enter another trade. So if you look at this, if you pay attention to this trade, you can see the 4 hour only 10 bearish at this point here. So this is where I was supposed to enter my second entry if I was trying to re-enter this. But let me just show you on the 1 hour time frame how I made this entry possible. So we can see on the 1 hour time frame we are having lower highs. Here the market turned and it went bullish, so we're having higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high. And here we're having two equal lows and two equal highs, and they get taken out, and we have this nice engulfing. So I enter this sale right there, put my stop loss above here. We go into a very bad drawdown, almost hitting our stop loss, but just saved by a couple of pips. Then it went back straight to profit, and this happened just in the next day because I entered on a Monday, and on a Tuesday I was able to close my position at this point. So if I entered, that's on the 1 hour time frame. But let's say if I wanted to follow this trade and wait for it to be an edge setup, it still would have been the same, because then I would have entered at this point and put my stop right below here, right below here. Then this would have been another position that I would have taken, and my stop loss at this low there. But I didn't take this because I already entered my first position. I didn't want to add more positions to this trade. But it played out perfectly. And away from this one, the other pair that I was interested in buying is this pair AUD card. You can see it's making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. So when the market opened, or at this point, market was already on its way to my OG level. So what I was just waiting for is a nice quick retracement at this point. Then I was going to like enter my buys at this area here, but the market didn't come and respect this zone. So just like that, this trade for me became invalid. GPB card, if you look at the weekly, we have been very much bullish now. So market came back at this weekly OG level, but I was looking for buys at this point because we are trading above here and we had a lot of rejections. If you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was expecting this market to now just go up to this point, but you can see it's again back on this weekly point. So the daily and the 4 hour are now very much bearish. So this trade for me is just too invalid. The only way I can possibly enter this is if we can have another buy off or another sell off, so I can have a clear shift. Then I can enter my sales. Uh, I just can't. Okay. Let me do this. This is the So what I'm saying is, you can see this is the 4 hour time frame, and it's very much bearish. So, because you can see it took out this higher low. So what I need now is no, no, in fact, it's very much bearish because it doesn't, because this is the previous higher high, and this is the previous higher low, and we've not passed breaking above or breaking below, so we are still very much bearish, and I'm looking for buys. So the only way I can buy this is if the market does something like this, if the forward can break this level, then give me another shift to then buy. Uh, Let me just make this a bit clear. If it can do something like this, and you make another lower low, then shift, then maybe retest here, then I can buy. Or if it can break above here, then retest, then I can catch my buy. But still, I'm no longer interested in this pair because of the way it's looking. And then I have Australian New Zealand dollar, another pair I missed out. This is a very much bullish pair. If you can see, it's been bullish since I don't know, and we had the break above, so we was waiting for this nice retest at this level. Cool, we had the retest. Then you go on the 1 hour time frame. You can see your now time frame is having the each shift at that point there, but I just didn't get any proper confirmation to then buy this because you can see it just broke above, no retest, nothing. So how am I supposed to enter this? I can't really even participate. Again, if I put on the weekly time frame, there's this level here. This is the 4 hour higher low, and you can see that market broke below the 4 hour higher low. So this is why I even delayed with this pair, because now I was expecting the 4 hour to continue making new lower lows and new lower highs, and then have a nice shift at this point there. But it ended up doing nothing and just went up. So maybe I don't know if this was a fake out and ended up making this engulfing, so you can maybe catch your buy based off this for engulfing. Then you stop right below here, right below this week. I don't know, then catch your 1 to 2 there. But it just didn't play out, so this pair again became invalid. So you can see all these trades are so invalid, and the only thing I'm left with right now is Euro USD. I've been trying to catch buys in this pair. If you can clearly see that all these things I'm explaining to you, they're just doing the same thing. I just want them to continue repeating themselves in all these pairs. Because you can see, I just need the same system to occur, then I'll simply jump off the trade. So you can clearly see that we've been having nice wins in this pair. So the next one is that now you can see daily is very much bullish, and the 4 hour has been bullish as well, and the 4 hour is now retesting this OG. The weekly is retesting this OG level here. So now is where I expect a major shift to the downside. So to the upside, so you can see that it's on its way. And the 4 hour time frame also, market is now bearish. You can see the last higher low was this point, and the last higher high was this level, and from that time it's been printing higher low, higher low, lower high, lower low. So I expect this to keep printing lower highs and lower lows until it reaches this point here. Yeah, then can do something like this for me, then I'll simply join the buy. If I was to consider this as a if I was to consider taking this as a B setup trade, I can, but you can see on the 1 hour time frame, let me just delete this. We're having this nice shift on the 4 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, you can see we're having this shift there, because it tapped the OG level and had the shift and the retest, and it also had a morning star candle. which is here. But if I'm going to enter this buy, then it's supposed to be uh based off this. Then this should be my stop loss. Then my take profit should be all the way. Where's my take profit? My take profit should be all the way here. But the minimum is a 1 to 2. So my take profit should be at this point here. Somewhere here. Which is not bad, but honestly, that's not how. This doesn't look like a big setup I would want to participate in, unless if this market can make another higher high. If it can make another higher high, since it's now bullish in the one now, if we can make another higher high and another retest and another engulfing, then I can join this buy, because I don't want to enter a big setup when I'm not sure the 4 is going to respect the trend. So, because even the 4 time frame can see, even though it's changed, we are having no proper confirmation. Yeah, if we try to consider this a lower, as a lower high, we can see we just had the retest, but we've not had any 4 hour engulfing. So if this can have at least an engulfing candle, this new 4 hour can engulf. What I mean by engulf is have a 4 hour candle that breaks above here, then I might consider taking the B setup trade, but just trying to think if this can be the 4 hour lower high, or this can be the 4 hour lower high. But if I consider this one, then I need a nice strong bullish engulfing candle here. Then I might take my buys. But really, I'm not interested in buying at this point. I would just want the market to retest all the way back to this perfect daily OG level. Yeah, and because I've done this, I've bought or sold at levels that are not my OG level, and I keep on getting stopped out. So for me to take a nice B setup, at least I need proper confirmation on all pairs. You can see this is the 2 hour time frame. The 2 hour time frame is just making printing it I that the shift, but no engulfing, so no entry. So I just have to see if we have the engulfing. Then maybe we can see if we can consider that as an entry or not. But I really think this market is going to continue printing lower lows and lower highs on the Euro USD pair. But we'll see. Then this is another pair I'm really interested in taking. So you can see that the 4 on this one, it's having a very clear. Compare this pair to this one. You can see the 4 is just having a weak rejection at my OG level, but on this other pair, it's having a full body closure at my OG level. You can see this is my OG level, but the 4 hour went bearish. You can see this was the last higher low, and this was the highest higher high we had, and from that time we had the shift at this point here. If we can just drag this all the way here, we had a shift at this point here you can see. So this is where market made a new lower low, which is this point here. This was our new lower low, lower high. It made another lower high and another lower low. So then what happened? The 4 hour has now gone bullish. You can see we're having the clean shift, which is happening at this point here, and we have now the retest at this same 4 hour point, and we've had a nice engulfing. So this trade is very much ready to go, but the only reason I've not taken this, let me also show you in the daily time frame. So this is the daily time frame as well. You can see we're having a very strong hanging man rejection at this point. I don't know if it's this hanging man or pin bar, I don't know, but yeah, this candle right here. So it just shows that now the buyers are very much in control. So this daily candle, I expect it to push up to this point today. This should break above this level. or should retest further below to this point here. But either way, I'm going to see how I can catch my buys, and because I'm looking for buys, and if I can just simply do this for you, you will now see that what I'm trying to explain will make a bit better. So so you can see that this is the line I just drew for you guys. So once market breaks above this trend, this support will be very much bullish. Already we are bullish, yes, but I just need confirmation, because if I catch a buy here right now, my stop loss will just be crazy. It has to be on this lower low, which is this week here, and my risk to reward is not making sense. This is a 1 to 2.5, 1 to 1.5, which is not okay. I can, if I was to make, then if I reduce this to this point here, yes, this is also okay, but if you look at it, this is not where my stop has to be, because this is not a lower low, or this is not a higher low or anything in any time frame. If I can put this as a 3 hour time frame, the shift is happening from this point right here. You can see this is for the 3 hour time frame. The 2 hour time frame, the shift is happening from this level as well. Even the 1 hour time frame, the same thing, the shift is happening from here as well. Let me see the 30 minutes time frame. Even the 30 minutes time frame, it's even a bit lower at this point here. So if I enter this by, the only place I can place my stop loss is back to this zone here, and this is not just what will make sense for me. So what's the alternative? How do I go about this? Uh, If you can see, this is the 1 hour time frame, and simply what market has done on this pair is it's just done something like this. It's made the new lower low, shifted the lower low, made the new high, add the retest. So this is the retest that I have, and I can't find a okay. Then it's on its way to break this high and make a new high, which is here. But the only problem I have is I'm at this point and I can't find an entry, because this is where I can find my entry, you know. And if I can't find my entry here, uh, I can find my entry once market breaks above here, this point right there, because then my stop loss will be. This will be my entry. My entry will be at that point, and my stop loss will be right below this level here. Because I can't find my entry at this point, and my take profit will be at any highest point. Yeah, but we'll get to that. But just know this is how my entry will be. So if you look at this, we're having lower lows and lower highs, and until it makes a new high. So same with this position here. We're having the same thing is happening. So just follow me. You can see we're having this lower high, a lower low, which is a lower low, a lower nothing. It's just market structure. Another lower low. So this becomes a lower high. And we are having now that new break, which is the high. So if I just pause there a bit and get this structure and put it right below here, you can see that this whole move is what's happening at this point here. You see? Yeah, it's what's happening at this point. So let's continue. So we are here now, then we have a nice retest at this point where I expect the market to have a reaction from in order to print a new high. And you can see we're having a reaction. We have the retest, even though I don't have a very strong confirmation, the 1 hour time frame. You can see we're having a retest here, and maybe this 1 hour candle, if it breaks above this previous red candle, will have an engulfing. So this is where I'm expecting market to have that break, so this is we're at this point. So in short, on these things I've drawn, we're at this level here, you know so this is where we are. So we now expect market to have a break above. So once it breaks above, then at least my stop will be changed from this level to this point here, because if I enter here, my stop loss will be here. So once market breaks above here, I'll again wait for a retest and another bullish confirmation, then place my entry. Then my stop loss will now be cut short to this point instead of bringing it all the way back here. So this is the old trick of this uh analysis. I'm just trying to cut short my stop loss because it's way too big. But this pair is very much ready. And if I want to take a risky trade, I can, but I have to accept whatever happens, because this might easily just go down since it hasn't broken above. But it has given a nice confirmation, I'm sure. And the other pairs, like the 2 hour time frame, you can see, and this has to be at this point here. Yeah, yeah. So you can see on the 2 hour time frame that it's given a nice engulfing candle right there. So it has engulfed all this. So this is where you can place your entry. If I accept my risk, then put my stop loss right below this 1 hour structure, then my take profit right above here. That's if I want to be a bit more risky. But if I want to be conservative, I can just simply wait for, because it's the same thing either way. My stop loss will be at the same point, but the good part is I'll wait for the break. And once this breaks also, it now breaks this trend line. If you remember this drawing I made, so this is why I'll now wait for just slight pullback, then I can catch my buy. But this is still going the same direction. Yeah, so all I just need is a bit more patience, and we'll catch our sell easily. So this is what I'm waiting for. It's just a break and retest at this point. Yeah, but this pair is very much ready to go. But it's just that the stop loss is, if let me just say, if this lower low maybe ended at this point here, at least I would have entered and placed my stop at this point, because it now makes sense. But it's just too far. So that right there is just a deal breaker for me. But I'll wait for that to happen, because already I've caught a trade, so I don't want even to force my next trade. Uh, so I'll just wait for this to happen, then I can sell. And interestingly, if you put in the 4 hour time frame, if this 4 hour time frame can close above here, then I'll have my favorite pattern. You can see we already have the head, the left, we have the head, and this can be our possible right shoulder. So if and you can see it's having an engulfing, yes, but I want it to break above this point, then it will make this pattern for me to make this pattern for me. I'm sure if you are a forex trader, you know what this pattern means when you see it. To make this pattern for me, then I'll just simply take the buys, at least at a safer position. So that's what I have in this. That's the next pair that I'm really much waiting for an opportunity to buy. Then I have USD card, the last pair. If you look at the daily, I missed this trade last week where I was supposed to sell at this point here, but I don't know what happened. I just missed it. I can't give any excuse. I just missed the trade for reason I don't know why. But and what's funny is I missed the trade when it was at this point, because I saw this all move, but it's just that it didn't break below this line. So I was thinking maybe I'll wait for another deeper retracement, and I forgot that the 4 hour already shifted structure at this point. You see? So even this pair, once it just breaks above, I'm entering the buys. I'm not waiting for any retest or nothing, because the 4 hours already gone bullish. But here I was waiting for it to go bullish, forgetting that the 4 hours already gone bearish at this point. And I ended up missing on a very nice trade. And after that, I even took a bad trade and ended up losing money as well. So That's something I learned last week. So for now we're at this point, and this is what I'm waiting for. You can see that this is a very strong point where I expect market to react again because it's a support level. You see, once market is below, we are selling. We are selling. If we test this level, we are also expecting to sell. But we just don't have to sell without any full confirmation. Firstly, you can see that the weekly is very much bearish and the 4 hour is very much bearish. We had the retest at this OG level here once more. And even we are also having a clear morning star candle formation pattern, which is this one here. It's ending right there. So this is an entry, and my take profit can be right below here, or I don't know, or somewhere here. But uh, I'm just waiting for a clear confirmation. Why? Because first of all, this pair is doing two things. If this is considered to be a lower high and this has a lower low, then the market is still bullish. But if I consider this point here as my lower high, then the market is very much bearish. So that's why I'm just being a bit conservative, because if I look at this market from this point of view, the market is very much bullish, and the only way I can take my sell is if it breaks below this zone here, because this is when the 4 hour will go bearish at this point, you know. This is where the 4 hour will go bearish if market breaks below this position here, you know. And so how can I, if now let's say I consider this position here, uh you can see if I jump in the 3 hour time frame, it's the same thing that's happening. There's nothing much. The 2 hour time frame, there's nothing much, and this is the 4 hour time frame. So this is the 1 hour time frame now. So the 1 hour time frame, we had the nice shift at this point here. We had the retest but no engulfing, and the engulfing happened inside. So even though it happened inside, I'm not taking my buys, my sales just right there and then. Yes, it's okay. I can enter my sales here and put my stop right above here, but it's not at my OG level. My OG level is this line here, this triangle I've drawn at this point, and it didn't make anything there. So what am I expecting? I'm now just simply expecting. I just ended up drawing this and said, okay, if this market is trying to make go bearish, if it's bullish on the 4 hour time frame, I'll wait for it to at least have a nice 1 hour break and a nice 1 hour retracement and another engulfing. Then I'll accept my risk and take my sell at this point. At least I'll put my stop at this actual point here, because this is where this is the one the same analysis I was telling you in AUDUSD. Here at this point, the 1 hour is bullish, was bullish. It's now bearish. It's now bearish based off this being the new higher low, and this it's now bearish being this being the new lower high, and this being the new lower low. So once market breaks below uh this position here and ends up making a new lower low at this point, this will now change. This will be my new lower high, and this will be my new lower low. So I'll just wait for a correction. In short, I want market to do something like this. If you can't get this, this is what the market has done. It's broken above. It's like, yeah, it's broken above, but I want it to just break this previous line here, this line here, you know. Yeah. So which is at this is which is this line right here. You see? So once it breaks this, then I'll wait for a retest and an engulfing candle, any bearish signal, then I'll enter my sell, so that I will remove my stop from being at this point to this level right there, you know. And if I put on the 3 hour time frame, this will even make sense, because you can see we'll have a nice double top, and on the 2 hour time frame, we can see we also have a nice double top. You can see, and on the 4 hour time frame, it's even a bit it's the same thing actually. We also have another double top, and you can see that once market just finally breaks below here, then the 4 hour will go bearish. If I'm looking at this as my point of view, then this will go bearish. But if I'm looking at this other point of view, the 4 hour is already bearish. So what I'll do is I'll enter from this level if I get that chance. Then once if the market can break below this level for me, then I'll know that okay, let me just delete this. Then we'll even make another pattern. So you can see this be counted as my left shoulder. This can be counted as my head. But once market breaks up below here, I'm sure we'll expect another retracement or rejection. Then we'll have the right shoulder. Then I can have the break and target my stop loss, my take profit at that point. So this will be a very nice 1 to 3. Yeah, but this is what I'm waiting for. We just need a clear break of structure at that point, then another retest, then confirmation, then we'll join the buy. So these are the only pairs I'm looking at. We have AUD USD, USD card for sales, and Euro USD still expecting that push to the downside, you know. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys like it.